Chelsea, I recently heard something from Matthew. He told me that you have an ongoing fever and flu-like symptoms. Are you feeling okay? Is something wrong?
Hi, Betty. Thank you for checking in on me. I hate to make you worry over me, but thank you.
Don't worry about it. It's a mother-in-law's job to worry about her family. Aside from that, are you feeling okay? Have you already went and visited a hospital?
Yeah, I'm not really feeling the best right now, but it's nothing major. I don't even have a fever. Although recently I feel like I've been getting sick more often than not. But I'm taking it light, so I stay in the house or go out for errands, but I haven't made it to the hospital yet.
That's not good at all. You're making my dear son worry, so you should make sure to go as soon as possible. Going by yourself might be a hassle, so if you want, I'm more than happy to chaperone you to the hospital.
Really, it's okay. You don't need to go that far out of your way just to take me to the hospital. Besides, today I have work after lunch, so it may be hard to get a visit in. And tomorrow, since I have the day off, if it seems to come back and I feel sick again, I will go by myself and get it checked out.
Are you sure you don't need someone to go there with you? I promise, taking you won't make my day any harder.
As I mentioned earlier, I'm not as sick as Matthew's making me out to be, so I'll be okay, but thank you. Not just that, but if you were to come over and help me out, only to get sick from me, I would feel horrible. So I think it would be best if I went by myself.
Are you sure? If so, I suppose it's fine if you go alone. Chelsea, just remember that you are married now, so make sure to take care of yourself. It might be easy to fall back into the routines you had before, but try not to do that, okay? Also, if you're feeling better, I'm sure everyone in the family will just be happy that you're healthy.
Yes, you're probably right. I didn't always take care of myself as well as I should have before, so I understand what you're trying to say. I hate making you guys worry about me, so I'm gonna do my best to make sure this illness is gone as soon as possible.
Exactly. Good idea. And speaking of Matthew, he still is pretty childish in how he acts, right? Because of that, it's your job to make sure he doesn't worry about you as much. Not just that, but since I am your mother-in-law, I will do anything in my power if you ever need to rely on me.
I am truly thankful for all your help. Without someone like you, it would be much more difficult for me. It's really reassuring knowing that you're here to help me.
I've been able to take care of both Matthew and his father for over 20 years now. If I couldn't also help you, well, that would put me in a bit of an embarrassing spot. Therefore, if you are ever in a tough spot or just need someone to talk to, feel free to reach out.
Thank you. I'm not entirely sure as to when it might happen, but I'll become a mother too at some point. And when that time comes, I'd like you to teach me more about how to juggle everything and take care of the family.
Chelsea, just so you know, you don't have to worry about having a kid. I mean, right now, you and Matthew seem so happy, and plenty of couples are choosing not to have kids either. I'm not one of those mothers who wants to pressure my children for a grandchild either, so I think there's no rush to try and have one right away.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. Ever since I was young, I wanted to be a mother, so it wouldn't be because I feel pressured to. There's nothing wrong with us having a child sooner rather than later, is there?
No, of course not. Well, it's just that Matthew doesn't like children at all, so that's why I said we don't want to pressure you. Not only that, but surely you're busy with both the housework and a part-time job to keep you occupied? So I assume you want at least some free time to yourself, right?
I wasn't thinking I want a child immediately. However, if I am being honest, I wouldn't be too upset if I was to have a child soon. And sure, Matthew does do some childish things, but he's a very kind person, so I know it would be okay. You said he doesn't like children, but if we were to have one of our own, I'm sure he'd find them adorable. Also, Matthew himself said that someday he would want a child.
Oh, this is the first I'm hearing about that. Ultimately, whether or not you two have a child is something up to you guys. Sorry for talking your ear off like this. I just wanted to check in and see how you're doing. And soon I need to go get groceries, so let's leave the conversation here.
Thank you for everything. I could not have asked for a better mother-in-law. I learned a lot, and I appreciate your willingness to help me out.
Don't worry about it. Just know that I'm always here to help.
Chelsea, how are you feeling?
I'm okay, I promise. You don't have to ask me every day. Besides, didn't you say we'd spend time with each other after work today? You worry too much, especially when it comes to me.
Well, of course I do. It's only natural for me to worry if my wife is sick. So, did you finally get a chance to go to the hospital today?
Yes, I went.
And how did it go? Is it just a cold like we thought?
Actually, it's different than that. The doctor said it was not a cold. If we can, I'd like to wait and tell you about it when you get home from work. But I don't know if I can hold it in.
Oh, come on. I'm gonna be worried all day if you don't tell me now.
All right, you talked me into it. I think telling you here will do just fine as well. Matthew, are you ready for me to tell you? Are you mentally prepared?
Mentally prepared? Why should I be? Is something serious going on? Surely it can't be that bad where you need me to be prepared.
Actually, I just found out I'm pregnant. Can you believe it? We're gonna be parents.
Wait, you're pregnant? So that means it's our child, right? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Of course it is, silly. I don't know who else's it would be. I'm not sure if it'll be a boy or a girl yet, but the doctor said that it seems healthy so far. Isn't this amazing? I didn't think it would happen so soon.
Today is an April Fool's Day, right? My calendar might be wrong here.
No, it's not April's Fools. I'm pregnant with our child. From here on out, we are a family of 3 now. There are going to be plenty of little issues in our way, and times are going to get tough, but I know that we will all be just fine as long as we try our hardest together.
There's no way you're pregnant. Wait, is this why you've been feeling a little under the weather lately?
Yes, that's right.
I can't believe myself. All my worrying was down for nothing when it came down to it. When you told me that you were feeling sick, I worried and fretted about it for far too long, and this is what came as a result? I can't even laugh after finding out it was just a pregnancy.
Huh? Is everything okay? You do know that this is our child that we're talking about. What do you mean, just a pregnancy? Aren't you excited? You seem bummed out about me being pregnant.
How is this something I could be excited for? You know how much I hate children. I would never want to have one. So why would you think I would ever be excited or relieved about this at all?
No, I just figured that if it was our kid, as in part yours and part mine, you'd be happy about it. Besides, I've always wanted to have a child. I've told you that so many times. I figured you'd at least be happy or even content with me being happy about this situation.
So is this thing something you've planned for then? I don't think children are ever necessary. In fact, I hate kids.
Wait, I don't understand what you're trying to say. What do you mean by thing?
Well, since I don't want a child, I'm just going to call it a thing so you can understand how much I don't want it. So what you could do is read the room here and figure out the next step on your own. Also, there is absolutely no way I will ever be a father. It's impossible. Just living with you is enough to keep me happy and content. So when you come out of nowhere and say that I'm going to be a father, of course I'm going to be put in a tight spot.
Wait, no. I'm not trying to make your life hard or anything. Besides, I just found out I'm pregnant and I have a living being inside of me. Why are you saying things like this? Can't you try and be a little happy?
I already told you I have no interest in having a kid, and I don't like kids at all. And if I did want one, which is a big if, I wouldn't want one now or anytime soon. For starters, why don't you look into getting an abortion for me?
Wait, did you really just say that? Even though I'm going through so much and have been trying as hard as I have for you, and now you're saying you just don't want a child? I don't understand your reasoning as to why I should get an abortion now.
No, surely you understand my reasoning perfectly fine now, right? If anything, I think the best thing is that you don't give birth.
I can't believe this. Even though this is your own child, you still don't want them around? How can you say such horrible things while being so calm? Do I not matter to you at all?
What are you even talking about? How can you even say something like that? You know full well that I love you, and you are the most important thing to me. But you should know our conversation about having a child is a different conversation than this one. Right now, living as a family of two and sharing my life with you gives me all the happiness I need. I also just don't want to be a father. And because of that, abortion should be the best thing for us, right?
But I want to be a mother. I want to have this baby. So, even if you do want to terminate the child's life, you should at least try to have a little bit of compassion and understanding for me. And because of all that, I can't agree with such a one-sided agreement that only benefits your wants.
The issue isn't that you want to be a mother. The issue is what I already talked about, which is that I hate kids and don't ever want any. This isn't something I really like talking about anyways. Besides, since I'm the one supporting your lifestyle, at times like this, my opinion should have priority over yours.
What are you saying? What do you mean that your opinion matters more? Because you make more money, that means that I have to do whatever you tell me? Even though I work as well and make money too? Is that not good enough for you?
Of course, you bring money home as well, and I do truly appreciate that. But this is about who makes more here. Do you think that with your part-time job you can afford to take care of our family if I didn't work? No? That's what I thought. So it's weird for you to not understand that in this case, my opinion is the one that matters most.
I cannot do this anymore. Talking with you has started to make my head hurt, and I don't want to deal with it anymore. I'm gonna go stay with my parents for a while.
Huh? Why are you just up and leaving all of a sudden? I don't understand why you feel the need to leave. Don't you understand that it's best for the family for you to get rid of the child? How can I explain it more simply? I don't understand what your hang-up is here.
The issue isn't whether or not I understand what you're saying. Of course I understand. This child is my child and I want to keep it. Just because you don't want to be a father and you think it's better to just get rid of it, that doesn't mean that this is what I want to do.
How are you so angry at me here? I'm just talking about what's best for us. Could you at least wait for me to come home so we can talk about this face to face? If you leave all of a sudden, it's just going to be harder to figure things out later, and it's going to drag your parents into it. Please, just take it easy for now.
If anything, I find it odd you want me to calm down after saying stuff like that. Is me wanting this child really that abnormal to you? Now I just don't want to even see you anymore. I don't even want to see your face because of this.
I can understand how you think the way I said things was wrong, so I'll apologize. So for now, let's stop talking about you returning to your mom and dad's place, okay? Hey, Chelsea, do you not look at your messages or something? Chelsea?
I heard you and Matthew had a little fight and you've decided to stay with your parents for a while. Is that right? You two were so close, though. What happened? What in the world did you do to him?
I am sorry. I understand what Matthew was trying to say to me and the point he was trying to make. However, it seems like he didn't understand a single thing I wanted to tell him instead.
Did you say something horrible to my poor sweet Matthew? If you'd prefer, you can tell me what you guys talked about and I can be a good middle ground.
But asking you to do that is just too much. I might complain about Matthew a lot due to how he acted recently.
I told you if you ever feel like you're in a tight spot, you should reach out to me and tell me, right? We might not be related by blood, but you're still part of my family too. So, now is a perfect time to complain, and don't worry about holding anything back here.
Thank you very much. In all actuality, I found out I was pregnant. That's why I was feeling under the weather for so long.
Huh? Chelsea, you're pregnant?
Yes, I just found out today. I was super excited when I found out, so I told Matthew right away. But he got upset at me and thinks the best thing to do is to get rid of the child in general. It is our child, and I don't understand how he could say such a horrible thing to me.
Ah, I see. So that's why you and Matthew got in a fight then, huh?
When we talked the other day and you told me that he hates children, I understood what you were saying, but I guess I wasn't prepared. But is there really someone out there who could hate their own child like that? I truly cannot believe that, and I think people like that are the absolute worst of the worst.
Chelsea, it sounds like this is very tough for you. No matter how much you love your husband, if you're gonna spring something like that on them, of course they're gonna be shocked at the very least, and their reaction might not be what you want. Also, Matthew has made his position on children very clear to everyone that knows him. His reaction shouldn't be that much of a surprise, even if it's not what you wanted. But I also understand how you could get upset, and I find it understandable that you want to take some time apart to sort out your feelings.
Right? I'm glad you understand. As I said, no matter how much he may not want the child, what he said was too mean. Not just that, but if a big event were to happen in a couple's lives, they should work together through it and find a compromise. I think Matthew is too one-sided on his opinions. Even though I had my own opinion and wants, he refused to listen to them no matter what.
That kid can be very stubborn, and when he has an opinion of his own, sometimes he does refuse to listen to others, no matter what it is. My guess is that you saw a new side of him today, and now you're having a hard time dealing with it. I am glad you understand, and thank you for being with him through the tough stuff like this.
Wait, no, that's not what I'm talking about. I actually have decided that I do want to keep the child. I want to be like you, Betty. I want to be a mother and raise and protect this child. Even if it's hard for him to understand how I feel, I do not want to give up on him or my beliefs either.
I get what you're trying to say here, but Chelsea, don't you think at least this time you can give up? Or is that something you can't do?
Huh? What are you trying to tell me here, Betty? Did you not just say you understand how I feel and agree with my emotions here? But yet here you are telling me that I should give up?
Of course I understand how you feel, Chelsea. I really do get it. But Matthew said he didn't want a child. And I think that this is a better idea for you two. Besides, you don't want to always keep fighting with Matthew like you are now, do you?
But this is about a child here. I'm not just going to give up on my belief because it can fix this argument here. I want to have this child.
You say that, however, is it not Matthew who supports you financially at the end of the day? I don't think it's a good idea to be selfish in a situation like this, then.
So you think me having a living child in my stomach and wanting to see it grow and live is being selfish? Because I don't agree with you at all there. Not just that, but financially we are not in any worries at all, you know? So then why am I the one who has to give up here? We're well off. We can't afford this child.
But Matthew is a good husband and a nice person, right? But if you keep fighting over something like this, you two might end up getting divorced. And you'll end up regretting that then, don't you think? So, because of that, I think waiting to have a child for later in life would be a better idea. It may be really tough for you right now, but if you want to be a good and proper wife, don't you agree that this is the best course of action?
I understand what you're trying to say all too well. You know, Betty, you really are Matthew's mom, huh? No matter how much I said, you refuse to really listen to what I want even a little.
Chelsea, I do understand why you're upset. Trust me. But a short temper is a bad thing. He is taking care of everything financially for you. And if you only ever get emotional with him, you aren't helping out an awful lot. But if you look more for the long term and follow that line, you can become a perfect wife, like I am.
You may be right that at one point I wanted to be the exact kind of person you are. But that was a conversation for yesterday, not today. Now I don't want to be anything like you, as a wife, mother, or even as a person. You do understand that the child inside of my stomach is your grandbaby too, right? But you have the nerve too, and can so easily tell me to get rid of this child? I cannot understand it one bit.
I understand what you're telling me, but this is Matthew's wish, so there isn't anything you can really do about it, right? Is what I'm saying really all that cruel or mean? But this is for the sake of Matthew. So why don't we all go out and discuss this reasonably over a drink?
I can't drink. I'm pregnant. You know, I used to agree with you and thought that whatever made Matthew happy was the important thing to do. But now I see that what I wanted was never important in that aspect. This child inside of my body is still my child, and I will give birth to it no matter what anyone else says or does.
How is this something you can be so stubborn about? You do know that Matthew loves you very much, right? So, isn't the best thing for your family to just shut your eyes and not think of having a child?
As a wife, it might be the best thing to do, but I want to be a mother, and I consider it more important than just staying quiet about it. It's been my dream to be a mother, and as such, I feel it's my duty to protect my child. I am not going to sacrifice this child just to keep that man-child that I married happy. But mothers who spoil their children instead of disciplining them may never understand how I feel.
Chelsea, just give up and come home already, please. How long do you plan on staying there and pouting?
I'm not pouting about anything. I am just genuinely mad at you, that's all. That, and as long as you're living at that house, I have no intent on coming back.
If you ask me, that sounds like nothing more than just pouting. Honestly, what is even so good about children anyway? I don't understand where all your stubbornness is coming from at all.
This child is my child, and I am this child's mother. There's nothing else to understand about it. After that's all said and done, I know for a fact you should be able to tell where their stubbornness is coming from then.
Even so, it doesn't excuse all the horrible, mean things you said to my mom, does it? Listen, I'll apologize to my mother with you, so just hurry up and come home already.
How did I upset your mom at all? All I did is say what I believe to be true, so she has no reason to be upset. There's no way I'm gonna apologize, since I did nothing wrong. Everything I said was true and not wrong in the slightest. You can try all you want, but you won't be able to persuade me, so don't waste either of our time. No one is going to stop me. This is my child after all, and I will give birth to them.
All right, I get it. If you're gonna go as far as you have, go ahead and do whatever you want then. But don't expect me to be shouldering any of the burden just because I'm the father. Every bit of the parenting is now on your shoulders. I am not dealing with any of it. I'll provide whatever money is necessary, but my job as the father starts and ends there. Do you understand? Everything from here on out is for you and you alone to deal with.
Wait, what are you saying to me right now?
Isn't it obvious? This is the compromise you've been looking for the entire time, so go ahead and give birth. Since you won't listen to me or what I have to say, this is what I will agree with you on, since you want the kid so bad.
That's not what I'm asking about at all. You're calling yourself a father all of a sudden?
Well, if you're gonna have the kid, that would make me the father, wouldn't it? You're not gonna tell me you were cheating on me or anything, are you?
No, of course not. But you think you can call yourself the father of my child just because you share some DNA?
Yeah, that's just how it works. Like it or not, and just so we're absolutely clear, I don't like it. I am the father.
You're unbelievable! You told me to terminate the pregnancy. There's no way you can call yourself a father after saying something like that.
You know, I really wish you were right. That's not how it works. If I'm the one who got you pregnant, that unfortunately makes me the father. I don't know how we ended up on opposite sides here.
You're just talking about biology. But since I plan on raising the child all by myself, I have no need for a father, especially a deadbeat like you. Not only that, but if anyone were to ever have another kid with you, and you were to raise it, I'd feel horrible for that child. Also, as our child doesn't need a father like you, I also don't need a husband like you, so we're getting divorced.
Huh? Divorce? What are you going on about all of a sudden? Going from a conversation about this mere child all the way to divorce? I can't believe it.
Anyone who can't treat this mere child as an important part of their life is not someone I care to be married to. Well, however, aren't you happy about this outcome? You were the one who said I have to raise the kid all by myself, right?
It's not like I was going out and having an affair or anything. Whether or not the kid is born isn't an issue, but if we get divorced, that is going to put us in both a really tight spot. Not just that, but you have no good reason to divorce me, just because I wasn't happy you got pregnant.
I am watching out for the child and making sure they get what's best for them. Is that not enough of a reason? Besides, between being a wife and being a mother, I deemed being a mother more important to me. Therefore, why would I be with someone who doesn't care for my child at all?
You don't get it, do you? You do know having a short temper is bad for you, right? I know my mom told you that. If I'm out of the picture, you aren't going to be able to support the child at all, huh? You and your part-time job might barely be able to afford anything more than rent. That would be all.
I'm not worried about any of that. My parents know what kind of situation I am in, and they are lending all the support they can because they too want to see my child grow. Not only that, but your father is actually pretty excited about having a grandchild as well, so I'm sure he will also help where he can. So, with all of that in mind, I don't see any cause for concern.
Sure, we disagree on the child, but you and I get along just fine apart from that. I still don't see why this needs to end in divorce. Even now, I still adore you with my entire heart, and I appreciate you to no end. You still love me too, right? If we both share the same feelings towards each other, then I believe there to be no reason we should get divorced. Otherwise, I think you would regret it.
Honestly, I feel nothing toward you anymore, so I am more than okay with getting a divorce. Not just that, but if I were to live with someone who could not love our child, I would never be able to be happy in life. As a mother, it's my responsibility to look out for the happiness of my child and make sure that they are healthy. If the father never wanted my child around, or even born for that matter, I don't know how long I'd keep them around.
So you're saying that you're serious about the divorce. Well, what if I don't want to do anything to get a divorce?
Well, we will let the courts decide then. For my child's happiness, I will do whatever I can to ensure it. Therefore, you should start getting prepared. I will show you the strength of a mother who wants to protect her child. After all that, Matthew fought tooth and nail to not get divorced. Not only did it not succeed, but the court decided he had to pay child support. Unfortunately for Matthew, he did really love me. So after the divorce finalized, he became really depressed and stopped working. I had to quit my job as well, and I ended up deciding to move back in with my family for a little while. After a while, Matthew couldn't pay his alimony or any of his other bills, so his father stepped in and paid, saying he'll do his utmost to help out. After some time passed, I ended up giving birth to a beautiful baby girl. Right now, I'm living with my parents. With their help taking care of my daughter, I was able to start working again at a nursery. Although every day is busy, it's all packed with fun. I'm not entirely sure how my daughter will be when she's fully grown, but I will do my very best to try and ensure that she doesn't grow up to be anything like her biological father. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more. See you next time!
Hey, Mom. I'm home now and I've locked the front door. Hi, darling. Good boy. Mrs. Simmons gave us some vegetables from her garden again. She gave me some carrots, cabbage, and this purple round thing. I don't know what they are. Oh, they must be beets. She mentioned how she was growing them in her garden before. Those are beets, darling. Oh, okay. Are they yummy? Yes. Very good for your health, too. They're full of nutrition. Mommy will cook something nice with it. Maybe some Polish beet soup. Okay, Mom. I put all of them on the dining room table. Oh, darling, could you put them next to the kitchen sink, please? It'll be easier for Mommy to wash the vegetables that way when I get home. You could also do your homework on the dining room table then, can't you? Yeah, I've only got math and a bit of history homework today. I'll do it later. I'm going to change Benny's water bowl now. Oh, Mommy forgot about that until you mentioned it. You're such a good boy, Harry. Thank you, honey. Maybe you can give Benny his cat food, too. It's his snack time soon. Okay. Yeah, I am his big brother and I promised you and Dad that I'd take care of him. That's why you got him for me, didn't you? Yes, we did. And Mommy and Daddy are so proud of you for being the best big brother to Benny. By the way, my friend Charlie loves cats too, and he wants to meet Benny. Is it okay if he comes over one day after school? Please, Mom. Sure, honey. As long as his parents are okay with it, that should be fine. Can you give me his phone number so I can speak to Charlie's mom and arrange it? Could you do that for me? Yay! When can he come? Well, how about this Wednesday or Thursday? Only if you promise me you'll do your homework before Charlie comes around. You got that? Okay, I'll ask him for his phone number then. Okay, honey. I'll ask his mother to see what time and day he can come round, okay? Okay. Thanks, Mom. Honey, I made some brownie cupcakes for your tea time today. They're on the kitchen counter, so have that if you get hungry, okay? Okay. How many? One? Yes, just one because dinner will be ready soon. Okay? Can I have two, please? No, just one, darling. You can have your second one for dessert after dinner, okay? Okay. Promise? I promise you can, sweetie. Okay. Also, Mom, I think Dad came home earlier today. Oh, did he? How do you know? I saw his socks and clothes lying around. Shall I put them in the laundry basket? Oh gosh. I wish your father would do it himself, honey. I don't want you to do that sort of stuff for him. I don't mind though. I'll just do it. Okay, thank you, honey. What did Mommy ever do to deserve such a wonderful son like you, Harry? I'll tell him to do it himself next time, okay? Okay. I can do things Daddy can't do. Yes, you can. You're going to be a better man than he is one day, Harry. Mommy can't wait to see that happen. Love you, Mom. Love you too, darling. What time are you coming home today? At around 6:30 p.m. as usual, honey. Okay. Do you want me to make some Caesar salad? What? Do you know how to make that, sweetie? Yeah, we learned it in our home economics class today. Okay, well, are you sure you know how to make it properly? Why don't we make it together when I get home? Or maybe this weekend when we have more time? No, I can do it, Mom. Really. If you're worried about using fire, don't worry, because there's no need for it. All I need is an egg, cream, bacon, lettuce, and croutons. Okay, but darling, I'm pretty sure that we don't have croutons. I know. I have an idea. What's that, honey? We've got bread, so I'm going to toast it and cut them into cubes. Oh, good idea. But please don't use a knife and use those food scissors instead, okay? Yes, I know, Mom. And don't worry if you can't make it, okay? Mommy can help you. Okay. Well, then, see you back at home in an hour or so, honey. Okay. Love you, darling. Love you too, Mom.
Hey, Jane. Could you iron one of my white business shirts for me ASAP? The one with the blue diamond logo on the collar. I need it for work the day after tomorrow. Thanks.
Hey, Greg. Don't you have something else you need to tell me?
No. What?
You haven't sent me the money for the monthly allowance yet. I was going to wait till you brought it up, but it's almost the middle of the month and you were supposed to send it at the end of last month. Where's the money? When are you gonna send it?
Ah, crap. I don't have the money at the moment.
Okay. Well, when were you going to tell me this?
I don't know. I totally forgot about it, didn't I?
You know we call it a monthly allowance for a reason, right?
Yeah, whatever. Why are you so keen for that money anyway? You have a job too. It's not like we can't pay the bills or anything.
Well, that's because Harry and I are always doing our best to live below our means.
Well, so am I.
Well, you should be. You're the one who can't hold a job down for more than a few months. Why should Harry and I be the ones trying to save money all because of you?
Well, at least I have a job, don't I?
Yeah, as you should. What is wrong with you? You come back home whenever you want, take a shower, leave your dirty laundry lying around, watch TV, then disappear off somewhere for a while and repeat the same thing the next day, all over again. Isn't that right?
Well, why can't I relax in my own house?
I'm not telling you that you can't relax. I'm telling you that if you have time to sit around and relax, then at least bring some money back home for your family. And when are you ever going to hang out with Harry? You know, the less time you spend with him, the less he misses you. He's going to start thinking that he doesn't even have a father.
Give me a break, man. Don't you think I want to spend more time with him too? I can't help it if I need to be at work. I hate how long my commute is, but we talked about moving closer to my office and that's off the table for now, isn't it? So what do you want me to do? I'm staying at motels and that's the best we can do to save money. We discussed this before. At least the company's paying for it so we don't have to.
Well, I think it's still better if you tried to come home more and spend time with your family. Or better yet, why couldn't you get a job where you wouldn't have to be away from home so much? Why are you always choosing these odd jobs and quitting after a few months? It doesn't look good on paper, let alone to your son.
Yeah, I know. Jeez.
And I'd hate to bring it up again, but if you're working this much and all of these crazy extra hours, why aren't they paying you for it?
I told you before that the company's not doing so well at the moment. That's why I have to work till so late at night. And that's why the company cut back on bonuses and incentives this year. This company doesn't pay me every 2 weeks like the other job did. Have to wait till the end of the month with this one, okay?
Yes, but if you're working overtime, surely they should pay you, right? You have made sure that they pay you for that, right?
Yeah, but I just got this new job recently, so I've got to be on my best behavior. Meaning, I can't go and ask them about my pay just yet. I'm sure they'll pay me for it, okay?
Why can't you ask for it? You have every right to.
'Cause you don't ask about your wages, etc. when you just start a new job. Don't worry. We'll make profit in no time and things will go back to normal soon and I'll get paid properly.
Well, let's hope so. Otherwise, I might have to take on a side job, and I definitely don't want to do that. I'm already tied up with this full-time job.
Yeah, I know.
Are you sure that this new job of yours isn't just a scam? It just sounds like they're trying to make you do all the work and not pay you for it.
Look, I don't know, okay? It's the transportation and logistics business. There's always a demand in this business. It's just been a bit quiet recently with a lot of other new competitors popping up here and there. But things are starting to look up though. Trust me.
How can I trust what you say?
Look, I know how this all seems, but I just started working for them and you've just got to trust them and trust me. Give it a few months and let's see, yeah?
Fine. Just remember the promise you made me, okay? You said you'd spend more time with us soon. And Harry's getting older. He needs to spend more time with his father.
Yeah, all right, I hear ya. I'll get him a present then. What does he want?
I don't mean for you to just get him a present. Spend more quality time with him. Play with him like a father and son, for God's sake. Be a good husband to me, too. We've hardly spent quality family time together. Don't you think?
Yeah, I do.
Is that it? Is that all you've got to say?
Well, I said I do. What more do you want? Jeez.
Fine. Be like that. You've never been good at reading between the lines anyway.
What's that supposed to mean?
I've been there for you whenever you change jobs, and how many is that now? Like 3 different jobs in a year?
Yeah, and this one is going good, so what the hell are you complaining about?
How dare you? I'm the one who has been financially supporting this family. I'm the one who's been taking care of Harry and the house. And where have you been all this time, huh? The least you can do is spend more time at home with us.
Just calm down, all right? Okay. Look, I'll send you the money soon and I'll be home soon too, okay? Stop getting mad over the same thing every friggin' time, man.
Well then, don't make me get mad. Just do what you're supposed to do and we'll all be happy.
Okay. Jeez.
So, when are you coming home then?
What? How am I supposed to know? It depends on my work, man.
Are you actually that busy? Your job is crazy. I'm telling you, they are making you work more than you should be. Maybe I'll have a word with your boss and see if any of this makes sense.
No. Stay out of it, Jane. You're gonna get me fired again.
I'm going to get you fired? Oh, please. It's always you who does something to get your own ass fired. Don't blame me.
Just stay out of it. I'm working my butt off and all you can do is blame me? What the hell, man? I'm telling you, give it a few more months and things will be fine.
Whatever. You better be telling the truth.
I am. What do you take me for? Friggin' hell. Why do you always think so low of me?
I don't, but remember that actions speak louder than words. That's all I have to say.
Good. Then let me get back to work now then.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hi, Harry, darling. I got a call from your school just now. Mrs. Eglash said you were feeling sick, so you left home after lunch. Are you okay? How come you're not feeling well? Hey, Mom. My stomach hurts. Oh, dear. How bad is it? I don't know, but it hurts. Okay, hang in there, darling. I'll be home soon. And by the way, I know the school is close to our house, honey, but I'd rather you didn't have to go back home on your own. Next time, please call me and I'll pick you up, okay? But our house isn't even 5 minutes away on foot, so it's fine. Still, honey, there are bad people around, okay? Okay. So anyway, where are you now? I just turned the corner where the post box is, so I'm almost home. Okay, honey. I'll keep you company until you get back home. So, are you still feeling just as sick? Or are you feeling a bit better? I am still the same except for my stomach. It still hurts. But I'm okay, Mom. Don't worry. Okay, I'll be back home early tonight, okay? If you still feel bad, then maybe we can go to the hospital, okay, darling? Yeah. Sorry, Mom. Harry, don't be silly. You're sick. Just rest in bed, okay? Okay, Mom. Are you at home yet? Yeah, I just got to the front door. Okay, darling, that's good. I'll wait until you've settled in back at home. Mom, I can't open the door. What? What do you mean? The door won't open. You have the key, don't you? Yes, but it doesn't work. I think someone locked the other locks from inside. The chain lock is on. Mom, someone must be inside the house. But no one should be inside. Is Daddy there? I don't know. I don't see him. What in the world is going on here? Mom, my belly hurts a lot. Please can you come back and open the door? I have to go to the toilet. Oh dear. Okay, wait. Harry, I'm at work, so you know I can't be home right now. Honey, I have an idea. Okay, Harry. Go to Mrs. Simmons' house and use her toilet, okay? No, Mom! You have to, darling. There's no other option. I can't leave the office, and even if I did, I won't make it there in time. Just do as I say, please. Do it for Mommy. Okay, Mom. If she's not there, then just knock on Mrs. Patty's door and ask her instead. She knows us, so she'll be kind enough to let you in. Okay? Okay. I'm heading over to Mrs. Simmons' house now. Okay. I'll give her a call and explain everything to her then. Okay. Mom, she says it's okay for me to go inside and use her toilet. Okay, I just spoke to her so she understands the situation, honey. Just follow her and do what she says, okay? Okay, Mom. And stay there and be a good boy, okay? I'll try to pick you up as early as I can. Okay. But please hurry, Mom. I will do my best, honey. Okay, Mom. Pick up the phone, you idiot!
Jeez, flippin' hell. Calm down. What the heck do you want?
Just answer my calls, darn it! Right now! I need to speak to you.
Can't do that. I'm busy. And I thought I told you to stop calling me at work as well. Just text me if you have anything you want to tell me.
Oh, is that right now? Busy with work, are we?
Well, yeah, of course. I'm busy at work. Where else do you think I am?
Well, you didn't look that busy when I just saw you.
What? Look, I've got a ton of work to do here, Jane. For crying out loud, just cut it out and just get to the point, will you? What do you want?
Well, sorry that I'm interrupting you while you have your affair, but do you mind moving your business elsewhere? Our son is feeling sick and wants to rest up. So get out of the house and let our son go back inside our house. Get out now!
What? What the hell? What's going on?
Which part of get out didn't you understand? Are you having trouble reading this, or are you having a hard time trying to understand what I'm saying?
Whoa, wait a second. Where are you? What the heck is going on here, Jane?
Never mind that. I know exactly what you're up to. Get the hell out of the house! Take your dirty whore with you!
How did you know I was at home? What the heck is going on, Jane? Explain to me now.
Just leave!
Wait, okay. Frickin' hell. We'll leave. Just tell me what the heck is going on, man.
That's right. Get your clothes on and take everything with you. Clean the darn sheets, too. You filthy lowlife cheater.
What the? Did you install security cameras or something in here, Jane? What the heck, man?
No, not quite. But they're pet cameras.
Pet cameras? What the hell? For Benny?
Yeah, it was meant to be for Benny, but also for when Harry has to be at home alone like he has to right now. He has a stomachache, so he decided to come home early, you idiot! You have no idea what I had to go through just now talking to Mrs. Simmons and asking her to let Harry use her toilet. You better leave right now so Harry doesn't see you. And leave from the back door just in case any of our neighbors see you. This is making me so mad and it's so humiliating. How dare you play me for a fool like this?
What the heck is going on?
And unlock the chain on the front door before you leave the house, so our son can get inside.
Okay, wait. No, listen, honey. You have to listen to me, okay? There is a whole misunderstanding here. Can we just stop for a second and calm down? Let's talk like adults, okay?
Oh, really now? I don't think there is any mistake here. At all. I think it's clear that you and your slutty girlfriend both can't take your hands off of each other. You might as well eat each other up with the way you're going at it like rabbits. Stop acting like teenagers and get the hell out of my house.
Ah, fudge. Oh, man. Where the hell are you seeing all of this? Jane, answer me.
Tell her she dropped her filthy earring onto the floor. Tell her to pick it up. I don't want to see any of her filthy things in my house.
What the? Where's the camera, Jane? How can you see what we're doing in here? Where is it?
That's for me to know and for you to find out, isn't it?
Fine.
Greg! Take that thing off the camera, Greg! What did you put over the lens just now? Take that damn cover off! Get it off! I can't see anything!
That's the whole point. Stop spying on us, you creep. I can't believe this is happening.
You can't believe this is happening? Think how I feel! You have a wife and son and you're having an affair! And you just got caught by your wife! Think how I feel! How am I going to explain this to Harry? Just leave!
Okay, I'm leaving. Jeez.
Good! And don't you dare come back! I don't ever want to see your ugly face again. Get out! Get out of our lives! Just go! Go!
All right. Jeez. We need to talk about this though, okay? We can talk when we've both calmed down.
Get the hell out!
Why are you being like this, honey?
Why am I being like this? Are you seriously asking me that question?
Look, I can explain. This is nothing serious. It's just a fling, you know.
Get out.
Please, darling. You can't kick me out of our home.
Oh, yes, I can. Just watch me.
Hey, why don't I just let Harry inside the house and I can take care of him? How about that?
No. All you have to do is leave the house and never come back. I just told him to go to Mrs. Simmons' house anyway, so he's not at the front door anymore. You can leave from there. Just get out. And remember to put the keys under the doormat on your way out.
Where do you expect me to go if I can't stay in my own house? You can't do this to me.
Well, you've managed to spend countless nights away from home, so surely you can manage some more, can't you? Just get out of my face.
What about my things?
Give me your address and I'll send them to you.
My address is here. This is my only home.
Yeah, right. I bet you've been staying at that slut's house. Just stay there. Either way, I don't care. Just get out.
Jane, please, baby. I don't want to get a divorce. This is a huge mistake. I can explain. Please, darling. I need you and I need Harry. I need my family. Come on.
No, we went over this already. We're getting a divorce and that's the end of that.
Honestly, there was nothing serious going on with Fiona.
Oh, Fiona, is it?
Yes, her name is Fiona.
Well, it seems like you hit the jackpot with her. She's your buddy in bed and your colleague. Congratulations.
What the? How did you know she's my colleague? Jane, what did you do?
Well, of course I had to check. I wasn't just going to catch you red-handed and let that be the end of that. It sounds like you were pretty much living together. So you do have another address. Don't worry, I'll send your things over to her address then.
No. I mean, yes, I have been staying over at her place too sometimes. But it's not like we're officially living together. She just lets me stay the night sometimes when the motel is booked, for work. I would stay at the motel if I have to go on site nearby the next morning, but sometimes the location is closer to her place. Plus, it's free. Honestly, that's it.
Well, great. She's used to having you around then, isn't she? I don't want to hear all of your lame excuses, so you can shut up now. I called your boss a while ago, by the way.
What? No, you didn't.
Oh, yes, I did. I had to speak to your boss, didn't I?
For what?
Well, I had to apologize for blaming him for having made you work overtime all this time. If I had known that that wasn't the reason why you were coming home so late, then I wouldn't have hated your boss so much. But I was wrong all along, wasn't I? And also, of course I had to let the boss know that his employees were having an affair during working hours. I mean, surely that's unacceptable, right?
No. You're joking, Jane. You didn't call my boss. Really? Did you? He hasn't said anything to me.
Well, not yet, but trust me, he will want a word with you sooner or later. He gave me his word, and he said you'll be accountable for this.
Oh, man. What did you do, Jane? What if I get fired?
Do you think I care? Oh, and also, Fiona, was it? She also knows that I know about you two.
You spoke to her?
Well, yes. How else would she know that I know about your affair with her?
Oh, man. What are you doing, Jane?
She's willing to pay me for the damages she's caused. She was an easy one to convince, by the way.
What? Why did you make her pay for anything? She's done nothing wrong.
Excuse me? I don't think I've done anything wrong either, have I? I don't see you trying to protect me here.
That's different, isn't it? You know that, Jane. Come on. Let's work this out together.
No. In fact, let's talk more about Fiona, shall we? She was very open with me.
What do you mean by that?
Well, she's told me more about how you feel than I would ever get to know from you. You never tell me anything anymore.
What did she say to you?
Oh, quite a lot, actually. How you love the freedom to go back and forth between her and me. And how you're enjoying not having to pay for much since I bring in the money for this household as well. How you love not being the sole breadwinner.
No, I never said that. And that's not what it sounds like. She's just twisting my words, honey.
Oh, is that right now? It sounds exactly how it sounds to me.
No, you've got it all wrong.
She also told me how you love not having to do much for Harry since I take care of him. How even if you quit your job, you'll be fine because I still have my job. What a loser. I honestly had no idea what kind of loser I got married to. What was I thinking?
Oh man, why did she tell you this?
Oh, it's sweet, don't you think? She's so open and honest. So gullible, too.
Gullible?
I told her how I'd take this matter to court and sue her for breaking up our marriage. And that's when she started to spill everything to me.
Please don't do this, Jane. Don't take it to court. Let's not get the law involved. And let's not get a divorce either. That's not really what you want, is it?
Yes, it is, actually.
Look, I need my job and I need my family.
Well, you should have thought about that before you decided to get in bed with her in our house then.
Well, it was her idea.
Oh, you're so pathetic.
But it's true. She said she wanted to take a look at Benny since she loved cats too.
Oh, really? You can do better than that, Greg. That has got to be the most ridiculous excuse I've heard of for an affair.
Jane, I swear I'll change. I'll do whatever you want me to do. I'll be the man you married, babe.
Oh, please. I've wanted to divorce you even before this whole thing happened.
What? Really? Well, what kind of woman would want to be with a man like you? Except for Fiona, of course. You don't earn any money to support our child. You hardly come home. You can't keep a stable job for more than a year. There's just instability written all over you. Don't say that, man. I mean, I bit my tongue this entire time for Harry, but I can't take this anymore. This affair was the last straw. I can't fake a happy marriage anymore. And I honestly don't see the point in us staying in this marriage. I'm not happy. You're not happy. And if we stay together, Harry won't be happy either. This marriage won't do any good for anyone. Jane, well, this is the first time to hear this from you. I had no idea this is how you felt about our marriage, babe. Well, that's because we never talk anymore. You're never at home. Right. I'm so sorry, babe. It's too late for that now, isn't it? You're lucky Harry isn't here with either of us right now. Yeah, thank God he isn't here. In fact, even if we get divorced, he probably won't miss you at all. He sees how sloppy you are all the time. He always says to me how he can do things that you can't do. And I always tell him how he'll be a better man than his dad will ever be. Why would you say crap like that to our son? What kind of parenting is that? Oh, don't you dare talk about parenting to me when you've hardly been there. You're hardly at home, and when you are, you just sleep or watch TV, ignoring him. You have no right to talk about me parenting. Harry's more mature than you think, so I know he'll understand why I had to get away from a lying, cheating idiot like you. No, come on, Jane. He's only 10. Come on. He needs both of his parents. And you don't understand this whole thing with Fiona. I had no idea what I was thinking, okay? Sure, you weren't thinking because all your blood went to your little head, didn't it? No, that's not fair. Come on! And where were you when Harry needed you at home, huh? Yes, but that's all in the past now, isn't it? I'll be a better dad to Harry. I swear. And I'll be more at home from now on. I won't see Fiona again. I promise you. I can be there for both of you. I can help Harry with his homework, and I can do more around the house for you. For me? Wow! Listen to yourself. You're an embarrassment. Does it really take for us to be on the brink of a divorce to make you want to be a better husband and father? Well, yes. It's made me realize things now. I realize how important you guys are to me. You guys mean the world to me. More nonsense. In fact, do you want to know what Harry said to me when I told him we're getting divorced? Wait, did you tell him that we're getting a divorce already? It's not even finalized yet. Yeah, but it will be soon enough, won't it? Anyway, he said, I'll protect you instead of Dad. I mean, look how much of a man he is than you could ever be. Did he really say that? Please, Jane, let's work this out. Nope. Divorce papers are on their way. Man, does this mean that I have to pay child support? Of course. At least this way you can't get away with it. You'll be legally obliged to pay for it. I can't live without you and Harry. I think it's evident that you can, Greg. I can't. You know I can't. Well, you have a funny way of showing it, don't you? I'm sorry, Jane. What can I do to make it up to you? You've got to believe me. Give me another chance. Everyone deserves that, don't they? No, I've given you one too many chances. I've run out of patience with you. You made your bed and now you have to lie in it. No, Jane, wait. Please. Since then, a lot of things happened. At first, Greg wouldn't sign the divorce papers, so I had to get his parents involved. And after a lot of talking and crying, on Greg's side of course, he finally signed them, so now the divorce is set in motion. Apparently, he got fired from his job over the affair and is still looking for a new job. So now he not only has to look for a new job, but also has to pay his monthly child support without delay, which is too bad for him. But oh well. Fiona is also making up for the damages by chipping in some money for Harry. It turns out she had no idea about Harry.
Greg hadn't mentioned Harry to her and kept it a secret from her all this time, so she feels really bad. In fact, I don't know how we ended up here, but Fiona and I talk every now and then on the phone. She even told me that she's thinking of breaking up with Greg soon. She can't forgive him for the fact that he kept her in the dark about Harry. She says she also realized how unstable he is financially and emotionally. As for my lovely Harry, we're doing just fine. In fact, I think he's better off without his father. I just hope that one day, I'll be able to find a better father figure who can be a good role model for him. But till then, him and I, as well as our cat Benny, are doing just fine. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like it and see you in the next one.
Send me your list of this month's new contracts. I'll take some of them off your hands for you. Make sure they're on my desk by tomorrow morning, too. Again? Please stop taking my clients. I am putting everything I have into getting new clients and setting them up with good contracts, only to have you take the juiciest ones from me every month. Those are not the actions of a good supervisor and hurts those who are working hard. Seriously? I know that it would be too much for you, so I'm being a good supervisor by lightening your workload so you don't burn out. You should be thankful that I'm switching their agent over to me so you can go out and get more clients. You're just stealing my clients. This doesn't show my real numbers while artificially inflating yours. If this continues, no one will know how much work I've actually done for this department. That's just too bad. There's a quota that everyone on the team needs to meet. So it's just common sense that the most experienced veteran on the team should get the biggest contracts. This way our team looks good during the end of quarter review. But sales at our company are based on individual contributions. We get bonuses on the numbers and sizes of the contracts we're able to secure. If you keep stealing my clients, you would rake in a huge bonus by just sitting behind your desk and never actually seeing the client's face. Is that so? That never crossed my mind. I never thought you would be someone who would sabotage the team just to make themselves look better. I may need to rethink our relationship. I want the company to succeed as much as anyone else, but I also want to be recognized for the hard work I put into getting new clients. I demand that you stop padding your numbers with the contracts I worked so hard to set up. Are you really trying to defy me? I'm telling you how things are done in this department, and I expect you to respect my position. If you really want a big bonus at the end of the year, then bring enough clients on board that would be enough for the both of us. Of course, I would get first pick, but then you could also get in on those sweet sales bonuses. So, you admit to knowing about the bonuses? I plead the fifth. Then you go out and grab your own clients. That way you won't have to deal with me complaining about you stealing my clients by pulling rank. Look at the bigger picture, will you? I'm a team leader with lots of extra work to do besides trying to fulfill sales quotas. There simply isn't enough time in the day for me to pound the pavement and do all the desk work that comes with my position. Whenever I see you in the office, you always seem to have more than enough free time. I'm very efficient with my time, so it just looks that way. Hitting on the interns and watching Netflix is an efficient use of time? Oh, so you caught me watching some VODs? Well, it's your word against mine, and we both know who has more clout in this company. Do what you want, but I guarantee you no one will believe you. Believe me? Everyone in the department knows you do that, even the interns that are creeped out by you. I don't know what you're talking about. None of the higher-ups will believe you, and I'm just trying to make those girls feel at home here, and show them how to maneuver in this cutthroat business. I don't know how you're able to keep your position when you mess around so openly. As a veteran at this company, I get some leeway in my actions. You only started a year before me. How does that make you a veteran? I learned a lot in that 1 year. And you only got your position because the former team leader took an early retirement because of a stroke. Look, the details don't matter. What matters is that in my position of authority, there are responsibilities and stresses that you could never understand. So me engaging in a little stress relief here and there is within regulations. Are you telling me that binge-watching Breaking Bad on company time is considered work? In my case, yes, it can. You just don't understand the kind of pressure that I'm under. So it's just a given that I do certain things that are beyond your comprehension. You got that part right. Glad you see it that way. Not really. One or both of us are being facetious here. Whatever. If I'm understanding you correctly, you are under a lot of stress and pressure with no time to watch your soaps at home. Then you need to lighten your workload. Glad you finally understand. I knew I could make you see it my way. Then stop taking my clients. I can take care of them myself. Matching clients to the right agent is part of my job. There are certain contracts that I can't in good conscience leave in your hands. I'm worried that you'll offend a good potential customer due to your lack of experience. So just pass on the big accounts off to me, and we'll all be better off because of it. You're the only one benefiting from my hard work. I've gotten several calls from clients you took from me wondering why their agents were switched without their knowledge. Hey, I can get you punished for interfering with the confidentiality of information that only agents should know about clients. Which is why, with a heavy heart, that I can only tell them that I'm sorry and it's out of my hands. Great, keep up the good work and I'll take care of the high rollers that you're able to pull in. That's not fair. Why should you be able to take credit for all the hard work I do? They signed on because they trusted me and I set them up with plans that best suit their needs. Only to have their agent switched out at the last minute will definitely hurt their trust in our company. It'll be fine. They get the terms they agreed to and the company gets their money. Everyone wins, so there's no problem. I have a problem because I lose out. You're part of the company, so you're also on the winning team. But what about the sales bonus? Who wins there? What's really important is that the company turns a profit and the customer is happy. You dodge my accusations better than Neo, you greasy swine. I'm tired of putting up with your belligerence, so shut up. If you have enough free time to complain about your tiny problems, then go home and find more work to do. Dealing with resolving your underlings' frustration is also part of your job, isn't it? Then do your job and fix this problem. I don't see a problem, so there's nothing to fix. Also, you're annoying and I'm busy. You were just playing paid illusion myths when I looked through the window behind you. What? So you are already going home? Yes, I finished the work that I needed to do for today and posted my schedule for tomorrow, so I'm calling it a day. This is why you lose clients. What are you talking about? I followed up on everyone I needed to and have no issues to deal with. You said you were unhappy about not receiving sales bonuses, and this is the reason why. You don't work hard enough to earn it. I always put in 2 to 3 hours of overtime every day. That's why I get paid the big bucks. I work hard during set business hours to get my clients, only to have them stolen by you. So why should I put in overtime if the only one to benefit from my time is you? How much more work do you expect me to do? That can't be helped, you see. Since I outrank you, you need to do as I say, not as I do. If I tell you to hand over your contracts to me, you need to do so. It's written into company policy. To allow new employees to learn from more experienced colleagues so they make fewer mistakes. See? No, I am not a new recruit that needs their hand held by anyone. I've been working here for 3 years now. But I still see you're a snot-nosed rookie, so until you can prove yourself, you just need to keep pushing yourself. Even I would praise people who work above the call of duty for the company. Very well. Hey, Jason, good work today on that presentation. I know it's a little sudden, but are you free after work on Friday? Alex, thank you. I worked hard on that presentation. The amount of research you put into it really showed and your prediction seems spot on. But about this Friday, I don't think I would be able to make it. My department is holding a celebration for breaking past quota records and going to Bay's Steakhouse. Wow, that place is really nice. That's good to hear. I was under the impression that your group didn't get along that well. Really? Does it show that much? Well, I never hear of your team going out as a group to do stuff, compared to the other teams that go out at least once a month for drinks. Things just seemed a little frosty on edge when I see your team. It's not my place to confirm or deny those rumors, but this Friday is an exception to the norm. In fact, it was Andy himself that offered to treat the whole team because of the bonus he got. Yeah, he really outdid himself this time around. He set a company record this quarter. Yeah. It must have been pretty sweet if you can afford to treat the whole team to dinner at Bay's. That's good to hear. Andrew never seemed like the type of person who would treat anyone to anything. It's good to know that he too is trying to build teamwork outside of the office as well. Honestly, I was shocked when he asked me to set up the reservations. But if he's gonna foot the bill, then I have no complaints.
That's the spirit. Take advantage of his capricious turn of character. Go out and have a good time at his expense. Seems like he's finally shaping up to be a competent team leader.
Thanks, and I'm sorry that I have to turn down your invitation on that day.
That's not a problem, but it may have been a good opportunity for you as well.
What do you mean by that?
This time I was invited by the CEO himself to go out for some drinks at the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Wow, that place is members only with a heavy cover.
Yup.
Wait, what does that have to do with me? There's no way I'd be able to pay for the cover even if I was allowed in.
The boss asked some of us department heads to pick out some up-and-coming talent and bring them along with us, and you were the first person to pop into my head.
I'm speechless. That is a huge honor. If you're going to be there a long time, I'll try my best to show up even for a few minutes at the end.
Sure. I'll send you time and address by mail. And don't worry about the entrance cover. I'll sort that out for you, so try and make it if you can.
Thank you. I just finished up here, so I'll be heading to the Bay Steakhouse to meet up with you guys now.
Oh, sorry about that. It seems there was a little mistake with the reservation and there was one order left off. So there's no place for you. But if you're good with some steak fries and horseradish, then we can bring that out in a doggy bag if you wait for us in the parking lot.
Wait, how is that possible? I confirmed our reservation and orders yesterday, so there should have been no problem. You guys left first because you asked me to finish up some filing for you.
Yeah, we've all started eating and it's awesome. You should try it someday. I just won't be paying for it.
Wait, this is no mistake, is it? Bays would never mess something like this up. You did something, didn't you?
I may have made a call earlier, but I was so busy that it probably slipped my mind.
You canceled my order, didn't you?
Today's the day that I treat my dear team members to a luxury meal they and I earned. You always rock the boat and talk back to me, so I have no intention of wasting my money on this wonderful food for you.
So this really was on purpose. You stole my work to pad your numbers and made me make reservations for a place you cut me out of at the last moment? At the last moment, you also pushed your work onto me to split me from the group so I wouldn't show up to ruin your mood? You planned this all out from the beginning, didn't you?
Yes, you got it in one try. Good job. This is one clever strategy of a great businessman, so you can thank me for teaching you this lesson for free.
More like a villain at the level of Team Rocket.
See, this is what I'm talking about. You should have seen this coming. You don't like me taking away your work. Then I don't think I should have to go out of my way to spend my hard-earned money giving you a silver joy.
This coming from a person that earns a huge bonus from stealing my clients and pushing all their busy work onto me. My work is what made all of this possible, isn't it? You're only getting praise because of all the work that I put in. That bonus should have been mine.
So what? What matters in the end is that my numbers were amazing and yours were slightly above average. It doesn't matter how the numbers get there because in the end, numbers can't lie. The bonus is mine and mine alone. You're just a cog in the machine that serves to make me stand out.
So that's how it is then. Instead of thanking me for the work I did to make you look good, you paid back your debt to me with scorn and petty mischief. So I'm not a member of your team, but just a replaceable gear in your ambition?
That's right. You can be smart sometimes. But I never said you couldn't come. You can wait out in the parking lot and eat whatever I decide to bring out in a doggy bag when we finish.
That's fine. Enjoy your time. I will not interrupt your petty victory party. I have better places to be.
Oh, are you angry? I bet you are. You don't want horseradish and trimmings? Or do you want to talk back to me more?
Neither. Both are a waste of time, and I have backup plans that will prove more fruitful than spending time with a poor excuse of a supervisor. Have fun.
Oh, we are. I don't need your permission for that. Enjoy that copium with a side of bitterness at home alone. Jason, what on earth did you do yesterday?
Let me guess, you got a call this morning to meet the CEO in his office first thing? On your high horse and full of hubris, you actually believed that he was going to personally promote you for your contribution to the company? You thought that your conniving wit and ability to coast on your underlings' work had handed you a great victory and Nike was smiling upon you. Only to find out that your run of good luck had run out.
How did you know? I just got reamed out in front of the entire board of directors for abusing my position. Why did you have to go out of your way and tell them such damning things? How dare you go over my head? Why is this happening to me? They said they would look into it as soon as possible, but I didn't think they could move this fast. Wow, the big guys up top really work efficiently. I bet you try to talk your way out of it with half-baked lies, but they crushed them all with hard facts and evidence? Yes, they had everything I did in a file and actually had a PowerPoint dismantling all of my arguments in exact order. Yep, took me a while to explain that plan to them, but they loved it and really went all out. How could you? Tell me how you turned them all against me. Oh, CEO Walters didn't tell you how it came together? Let me. I was invited to go for drinks with Alexander on Friday, but had to decline because of the celebration you had me set up for you. He told me to come anyway if I had free time afterwards. And since you canceled my reservation, I had plenty of free time to go have drinks with him at the Scarlet Pimpernel on the CEO's dime. Not even I've been there. The CEO and half the board were there and gladly listened to all of my complaints over some great hors d'oeuvres and drinks. How did someone like you get invited to such a VIP meeting? I thought you knew. In fact, you of all people should know why. It should have been me. I broke all those sales records so I could stand out more. So you did know about these invites. I see this is how Jennifer got fast-tracked into middle management after improving customer satisfaction rates with that brilliant idea of using social media to directly interact with potential customers. But why you? Apparently there had been some suspicions about your meteoric rise in sales. Alex saw me in action and came with me on some of my calls. He was impressed enough, it seems, that he extended an invitation to me. And to think that if I had gone to dinner with you guys, I would have missed this chance. I guess this is the first time I've actually been thankful for your patience and laziness. I might not have been invited if I hadn't been thrown under the bus by you. But my anger towards you was good fuel to boost my work efficiency, and I learned some really important tricks along the way. You're my underling. How dare you go over me and make me look bad? That's not fair. Does making your direct superior suffer make you happy? No, why would it? But according to you, I'm not part of your team, so you don't have to treat me to anything. I'm just a replaceable cog for you to use as you please, right? And since I'm not a team member of yours, I thought that it would be dumb for me to try and cover for you anymore. So I told them everything. How did it feel when they found out that all of your achievements were actually stolen from me? Like a mechanic in the boiler room of the Titanic when you realize the cold water seeping through the walls isn't there to keep you cool during your job? Also, how did he take it when he found out that you gave yourself the perk of watching VODs during work hours to relieve stress? Why on earth did the CEO take your word over mine? There is just as high of a probability that you are lying just to bring me down. Yes, there is, and I let him know that. Then I told him that your story and mine can be corroborated by directly contacting your clients, reviewing security footage of our floor, and checking internet bandwidth usage. But I use a VPN, so there is no way that they can know what I was doing with my internet access. You really don't know much, do you? They don't need to see exactly what you were accessing. They are smart enough to know that one address using 20 gigs a day is probably not transferring Excel files and PDFs. You should have used your own cell service for that, but security cam footage still has your number. Why would they go through so much trouble just to investigate me? Again, there were suspicions about your sudden willingness to work so hard. They really wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt. So the CEO made the call to your clients and asked if their agent had been changed or who their original agent was. I think you can piece together what happened after that. Why do all of that? As long as the company makes money, that's all that should matter. Profits are necessary, yes, but trust is more important. If clients lose trust in us, then earnings will surely fall. They also don't want to be known as a company that overworks their employees and takes advantages of said work. Any decent leader knows that using and abusing your subordinates will lead to greater disaster than any short-term benefits that result from those actions. Do you have any idea what is going to happen to me because you decided to unnecessarily blab everything to the boss? Not at all, but I really want to know. Maybe a pay cut? Possible relegation of duties? At least these were some of the things they were talking about if they found my accusation to be true. Mind you, they would have done the same thing to me if I was lying about your abuse of power. But we both know which way the wind is blowing here. How could this be? I even told them I was doing your work for you because you were too busy and bit off more than you could chew. Why do I have to take the blame in all of this?
Still trying to play the part of the tragic hero? You did not do my work for me. No matter who looks at the situation, they will see that you stole my work from me and took full credit for it. You were the kid in class that everyone hated to do group projects with because you would dick around while everyone did the work, but in the end, you would insist your name be put at the top, weren't you? These consequences are just the culmination of your actions and choices up until now.
Shut up, stop preaching already. So you may have one tiny smidgen of a point in there somewhere, I'll give you that. So go to the boss and say something on my behalf, will you? It'll look bad for me if I got demoted or transferred out of the main office.
Yeah, getting a pay cut, then shipped off to some tiny branch office in the middle of nowhere would be really embarrassing. Especially if it was to the Midwest under Agent Brown. People only get shipped out to him if they have terrible numbers or if they have behavioral issues.
I know that already. There's no way I could work under him. I want to stay here and work. It was beneficial to you as well to have me do some of your work, right? So go and intercede on my behalf.
What are you smoking? It was beneficial to me? Because of you, I had almost nothing to show this quarter. You made me look like a Joe Schmo who barely did what they were tasked to do. I was lucky that Alex saw what I was actually doing and made overtures that brought your harassment to light.
Look, I'm sorry already. I don't want to be demoted and transferred.
This is just desserts, Andy. You told me to always plan in advance when you giped me out of that dinner. I'm just putting that lesson into practice, and boy did it work out well. Your transfer orders should come in today or tomorrow. If you actually have skills, you'll be out of there in no time. Brown is strict but fair. That's why he runs the whole Midwest. So have fun out there working under a former drill sergeant. Andrew was soon shipped off to work under Agent Brown. Brown has eagle eyes so nothing gets past him, so Andy is suffering greatly. Brown makes everyone take public transportation to their destinations and only lets them stay at the most economical inns when on business. This is apparently really difficult for Andy to get used to, as he's lived in the city for his entire life. As for me, now that I no longer have a team leader that steals my work, I've been setting records left and right. My stocks are on the rise and I'm the new ace of the sales department. The CEO directly praised me for my contributions, and Alexander is grooming me to take over for him once he moves to a vice presidential role. Since he had no other real skills than taking credit for other people's work, Andrew is having a real tough time in the Midwest. His numbers are so bad that Agent Brown is directly managing his every move in order to turn him into a semi-decent salesman. It seems rough, but that's to be expected if you cut corners to try to get to the top. Thank you for watching to the end. If this video made you feel just desserts were served, please leave a like. Everyone else, leave a comment. And as always, please subscribe.